Gives you a triangle. It tells you that little a is 26, little b is 19, and little c is 17.2. And they want the measure of angle C right there. So we have the following formula. I'll do it off to the side here. So the formula is c squared equals a squared plus b squared minus 2ab cosine big C. Okay, so we have everything except for big C. So it's 17.2 squared equals 26 squared plus 19 squared minus 2 times 26 times 19 cosine C. So first thing you do is you subtract these numbers over. So you get 17.2 squared minus 26 squared minus 19 squared equals -2 times 26 times 19 cosine big C. And then you divide both sides by that. So you end up getting, and this is why we need that really helpful handy calculator here. We end up getting 17.2 squared minus 26 squared minus 19 squared over -2 times 26 times 19 equals cosine C. To undo cosine, use cosine inverse. So C equals cosine inverse of, that's where you need all of it. Oops. So we need all of this here.
Okay.
So grab that, go to that calculator there and see if you can enter all of this on the right.
Okay.
How are you doing on that?
I am almost done. I forgot how to do I forgot that I had to highlight the top part, 17.2 squared minus 26 squared minus 19 squared to and then divide it. So I'm almost there. Just
Great.
give me 30 seconds. Okay, I get 41.4.
Perfect. Okay, so thankfully the next question is not at all like this. It's much shorter. All right, so again, we've done all these. This is just review. So this one says to find the geometric mean of 8 and 20. So that's the square root of 8 times 20, which is the square root of 160. Now, do you remember how to break this apart?
Yes.
So there's prime numbers, 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, and so on. This is 2 and 80, 2 and 40, 2 and 20, 2 and 10,
2 and 5.
So for each pair, you bring a number out.
Yep. So it's 4 square root of 10.
That's perfect. You got it. Okay. So now the next question, first thing you're going to do, let me get it in here. We're going to do this in pieces. It says to find the sum of the vectors. Okay, so you're going to add the x's and you're going to add the y's. So these are the x's, these are the y's. So what is your new vector?
8,6.
Okay, so the magnitude is the square root, and this is x and y, x squared plus y squared.
Okay, so then that's 64 and plus 36, and that's 100. The square root of 100 would be 10.
Perfect. Okay, let's do another triangle problem here.
And the direction, does the direction as well? Or-
It's not needed for this one. We'll do it on another one. All right, so the angle J here is 34 degrees. Angle I is 72 degrees. I'm just grabbing this information. And little I is 206. You see how you have this pair right here?
Yeah.
Okay, so J is the thing we're trying to find. This is a law of sines problem. You'll learn more about that in your pre-calculus trig class someday if you get there. So you put the thing you're trying to find, J, over sine big J equals what you have, I, over sine big I. So in this case, you have everything but little j. J over sine of 34 equals 206 over sine of 72. Now you can just bring this sine 34 over. So it's I, or J, sorry, J equals 206 sine 34 over sine 72. So go ahead and enter that into your Desmos calculator.
I get, well, hold on. Okay, I get 121.1.
Perfect. Right. One more of these. Okay. All right. So this question, we're going to fill in as much as we can. So they give you angle A, that's 105 degrees. They tell you B is 13, tell you C is 21. So this problem, and they want you to find A. So A squared equals B squared plus C squared minus 2BC cosine big A. Okay, so in this case, we're trying to find A on the left here. So it's 13 squared plus 21 squared minus 2 times 13 times 21 times cosine of 105. Now A is the square root of all that.
Yeah.
So that's the power of this calculator. You use the right tool for the job, it makes it a lot easier. You know, a lot of lessons in life about that. So see if you can enter this in the calculator correctly. Let me know what you come up with for a final answer.
I get 27.4.
Perfect. All right. So next problem here is looking at what is called a 30, 60, 90 triangle. So here's your 30, 60, 90 triangle. There's 30 degrees.
Mhm.
There's 6 degrees. So that's x. That's 2x. That's x root 3. Sine 30 is opposite over hypotenuse, right?
Yep.
So that's opposite.
Over hypotenuse.
Okay, what is x over x?
That's 1/2.
1/2. Perfect. All right. We are cruising right along here. These are all questions you've seen before. Hopefully you agree with that.
Mhm.
TW is 12
Mhm.
and VW is 8. Okay,
Mhm.
and they want the length of UW. We'll call that X.
Okay.
So if you remember, we wrote proportions here,
Yeah.
and let me just put X here. So what is X? It's the medium. I'm sorry.
Triangle.
It's so let's go medium triangle up here, and it's the long leg of the medium triangle.
Mhm.
So what else do we have of the medium triangle?
12.
The short leg.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so in the small triangle, what is the long leg?
It's 8. It's 12. Oh, 12.
Okay, and what's the short leg of the small triangle?
It's 8.
Okay, so you cross multiply here.
Mhm.
Divide by 8, divide by 8. So what does x equal?
Uh, put that in. 18.
Perfect. All right. I'm just doing these in the order they come in. I would have preferred to do some of them in different order, but I think you're understanding quite well. You said that's 18. All right. So to identify sine y. Okay. Sine y. So sine y, here's y.
Mhm.
Sine y is opposite over
Adjacent. Oh, hypotenuse.
So it's 7.4 over 10.9.
9.
Okay. And the more you see these, the more you just remember them. Okay, we got a lighthouse problem coming up here. Lighthouse problem. All right, when observed from the top of a 250 foot tall lighthouse, so there's your 250 foot tall lighthouse,
Mhm.
the angle of depression is 50 degrees. So which other angle is that?
That would be your I can't remember the name, but the bottom is also the
Yeah, it's called elevation.
elevation. Thank you.
Okay, so we want to identify the horizontal distance here. So which trig function can we use for this one? Because we have this and we have this one.
Opposite over adjacent. That would be cosine.
So it's so toa.
Oh,
You got to remember this.
toa. Tangent.
Tangent of 50 equals 250 over x.
Mhm.
What can we do with the
We
250?
we can swap it
Right, so x equals 250
over.
over tangent of 50.
Yep.
Go ahead and get that value, please.
$209.7.
Call it 210.
Yeah, call it 210.
Great. All right, so next question here. If you want to know, we're on 17.
How many are in this question? How many questions are in this test?
I believe 20.
Oh, okay. So we're almost done.
All right, so it says to write these in component form. So the component form is where you draw the triangle here.
Mhm.
Okay, here's 51 degrees, here's 14, here's x, and here's y. So the cosine of 51 equals what over what?
Cosine hypotenuse over adjacent, or adjacent over hypotenuse.
So x over 14. To solve for x, you multiply by 14.
Mhm.
So x equals 14 cosine 51.
Okay, I'll put that in.
Sine of 51 is y over 14. So you do the same thing for that one. Y equals 14 sine 51. So give me those numbers rounded to one decimal place, please.
So I get 8.8 for the cosine of 51.
Well, it's not 8. It's for x.
Oh, sorry,
X.
for x.
Yes. Good. And for y,
I
to
get
one decimal place.
I get 10.9.
All right, perfect. Okay, so we've done this problem here a bunch of times, but unfortunately we don't have, unless you got it in your notes, we have to sort of redraw it here. So the small triangle,
Oh yeah, that's right.
yeah, it's KML.
Mhm.
The medium triangle,
Is LMN.
okay, and then the big triangle,
Is LKN.
well, you got to start, you can't start it looks like it's KLN.
Oh, it's the same. Oh.
It's not the same.
Oh, that's right.
That's the big one there.
Yeah, I was looking at that wrong.
It's an illusion, right? Because there's so many
Triangles.
triangles. Okay. Now this is the hard part, is to come up with the correct answer here, because they all have the same there's a lot of the same letters going on here, but it's orientation. Like you want like
Yeah.
K and L means
K.
you're going along this direction. So the other ones have to also go in that direction. This one, you can see that's
Yeah.
that one's out. But what about the second one? You look at the second one, tell me what you think. KML.
KML. That's good. NML. Also good. And
No, Christopher, do you see that KML?
yeah.
You're going this way.
It has to go in okay. I thought it didn't.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well,
Yes. That's the order, the direction matters.
KML, KLN, and KMN. There's no KMN. Okay. KML, KLN. Yep, it's the last one, letter D.
Yes, it is. Okay, good job. I think those are tough because you really gotta like hone in on stuff.
Yeah.
Really attention to detail. All right, so I think we're almost done here. Okay, identify cosine Q as a fraction. So tell me what cosine Q is. Tell me what over what, please.
So it's adjacent over hypotenuse.
Okay. So what are the numbers?
So adjacent 15 over 17.7.
Perfect. Okay, I think that actually does it here. Go ahead and stand by for me, please.
Okay.